looking for some tips on how you can present yourself as valuable. So people are less likely to kind of brush you off, when or take you for granted when you're genuinely trying to reach out. Wonder if you could maybe share a couple tips on that.
It's all in the insight, right? And where just some thoughts, and I could be way off base for you, but like you're doing heavy equipment. Are you doing just rental or are you also doing sales?
Rentals and sales.
Okay, I would maybe, and I think you could probably get a deal on this, and by deal you could probably get free if you were just honest. You might need to buy a pizza or a lunch or something. I would probably go talk to a CPA that works with construction equipment. Where the hell am I going with this? Here's where I'm going with it, Sean. Like, I would literally call some CPAs and go, oh, I just got it to where it's free for you. Boom, I think about stuff and the answers come. I work with a lot of construction companies. I work with a lot of companies that, because they need heavy equipment. It appears, if I'm correct in the people that I called, you guys as a CPA work for a lot of general contractors and a lot of construction companies. Is that the case? Yes. Is there any way I can stop by the office and introduce myself to you guys? Because I'm trying to learn a little bit, but also more importantly, I would love to have a connection because a lot of times these companies that are starting up don't have accounting services or legal services or whatever it is, right? And I get asked that question a lot. Do you know a CPA? It would be nice to have a name and face to refer. Yeah, come by the office. And then when you come by the office, go, hey, I'm happy to refer you guys. It sounds awesome. You seem to really understand the construction industry. As far as tax things, is there any insights that you can give me? Because I rent equipment. Is there any valuable insights that support renting an equipment? Not from the equipment, not from the you're not paying it, not all the stuff that I know, but from the tax side of things, from the expense side of things. You're going to be shocked, Sean. I think you'd maybe need to I will be shocked if you don't get a golden bar out of this, because the accountant will go, oh, do you know about line 147-3? And you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, hold on. Come on over here, my boy. I wish my son had asked me this question. Let's go to the whiteboard. So here's your typical tax code in Alberta. Blah, 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 blah. We hate the government. They're taking all our money, right? Here's what nobody's talking about. 143-4. If the equipment is rented, you get a 2x blah, blah, blah on your offset on your quarterly thing, right? Now you're saying, hey, I want to present myself as valuable. By the way, this is how I became the #1 person at ADP. Was not selling payroll. It was insights like the overnight lending rate. Right? Now you go in there and be like, hey, there is something going on. I just want to make sure you guys are, what's going on? So one of my partners is I work with a ton of contractors like you. I also work with, a lot of the top people like Jones and McKinsey, CPA. One of the things I just wanted to make sure you were aware of, and, for you to bring, and of course, I am not a CPA, okay? So I'm not giving you financial advice, but line 143.5, right? Oftentimes what people don't realize is you can not only sell the sunsetted equipment that you have, and you're able to write off all of that, but if you do not replace it with equipment that you own, line 143.5 says you can do 1.5x of the monthly expense. I suggest you bring this up because this is a huge benefit to companies like yours in terms of reducing your taxable footprint, right? I just want to make sure you are aware of that. You're going to leave that phone call or their office and they're going to be like, who the hell was that, Batman? And they're going to be like, that was Sean, our new freaking equipment guy. Like, he's got our back. There's a workers' comp. Even if that's not directly correlated to equipment, start figuring out all the things that general contractors have to deal with and start making friends with people in that industry. If for nothing else, just to get their tidbits. And it is amazing when you can walk into offices and go, hey, how are you guys dealing with the new regulations on comp? And they're like, I cannot believe you even know about that. It's a pain in my butt. Well, I know a couple PEO people that could put you in a co-employment type. If you ever need introductions there, but I get it, right? And that's how you make yourself valuable. Not by the way, making yourself valuable, at least in my opinion, you guys can dispute me if you want, is not buying hockey tickets, it's not buying lunches, it's not giving them swag. I'm not saying don't do that stuff, but you should be doing that with no expectations, right? making yourself valuable is like what Adam did. If you guys remember Adam's story, he rented a piece of equipment. He was helping a friend out. He did break the rules a little bit. Okay, we won't say anything, but Adam may or may not have accidentally taken his screwdriver and opened the panel on the piece of equipment to see that there was a GPS tracker in there and it was not hooked up, right? But then Adam went to the company and was like, listen, this is my business. I just want to let you guys know, like, either this is an isolated incident or you guys do not have any way of, they might say that you can track this stuff, but I live and breathe this stuff. And Adam was nice enough to be honest and go, that piece of equipment in there, it's the gold standard. That's if I remember you correctly, Adam, that was the exact piece of equipment that you use, right? And I just wanted to make sure that was a perfect example of Adam making himself valuable. I do not know where the hell that's going to go. I do know Adam was able to at least start a couple other conversations based on that. That's how we make ourselves valuable, guys. It all starts with just thinking, just give a shit. Like, just think like, how can I bring information to these people? Like, give a crap about something, not that you would ever not do this, Sean. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the world here. But just give a crap about something more than just getting that sale in that moment. Just care enough. And when you do that, it's like it compounds on itself. Does that make sense, Sean?
What can you do to prove to people that Easton University can help them double their income in 90 days?
I'll prove it right now. Closing Masterclass. I'll buy it for you, $300, link in my bio. I will show you how to close. This will double your closing percentage, not even 90 days. It will double it within 30 days. Now, here's the thing. Is your income going to double? Probably not, because you still need to prospect. You still need to put those deals in your pipeline. But if you click the link in my bio, you will learn how to close right here, right now, and you're going to close those deals that are already in your pipeline.